right, your marks. It's time for another Crimson Ring No DQ podcast. That's right, no DQ, because we don't disqualify for anything. I'm your host, Nathan. With me is Doug.
Thanks, Nathan, and welcome to the most professionally unprofessional professional wrestling podcast in the game, featuring your undisputed tag team podcast champions of the world.
And that was a preview of last week's episode. And if you haven't downloaded it, please go ahead and download it. You can find us on, wherever you get your fucking podcast.
Podbean.
Yeah, that's a good place to go.
iTunes, YouTunes,
Yeah.
Tubs.
Yeah, that was like episode 90. I don't know.
But you know what episode we're on now?
Fucking 100.
That's right. We, ladies and germs, gentle peoples, marks and non-marks alike, we have the honor of being the 100th episode on the esteemed Drafty Quarters Network.
Oh, I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were
trying
to
to get excitement off me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, look.
I'm pumped
Yeah.
because for some reason, episode 100 fell in our laps. They didn't want it to. Trust me, it should have went to a better podcast, but it fell to our podcast.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So here we are to please your ear holes.
And your eye holes.
Oh, yeah, because we're on the YouTubes.
That's
Oh,
right.
That's right.
We're all dressed up for the occasion.
Yeah. I'm wearing my finest basketball shorts,
Mm-hmm. I'm also wearing Nathan's basketball shorts.
which is awkward, but yeah, we're going to roll with it, so whatever.
We're
Are
not-
you wearing your MeUndies?
Yeah.
That's an official sponsor
Yep.
of
We
our
have a-
podcast.
Nope.
No sponsors.
That's not entirely true.
So we can't have sponsors?
We can. We just don't.
We have sponsors.
Yeah.
You know why we have sponsors? Because we have a Patreon.
Yeah, we have a Patreon.
We do have patrons. Good
Yeah.
job, guys.
That was
For being
smooth as
patrons?
fuck.
No, for giving
Oh.
us patrons.
Oh, and you're welcome. I mean, what can I say about that?
That was a nice wrestling tangential reference.
I don't want to get sued by Disney.
No one does.
They got
Except
money.
China. Oh, sorry. That's the Dadcast stuff.
They don't want to be referred to as that.
Barry said it's okay. And if Barry says it's okay,
And then it's okay.
all right.
I forgot. Okay.
Let's talk about wrestling.
All right. I want to talk about other things.
Okay, well, what did you have for dinner tonight?
Oh, scallops.
Oh, were they delicious?
Yeah, they were good.
I had a nice salmon myself.
Yeah, I think it was made in the same sauce as the scallops.
I believe you're correct.
That teriyaki sauce.
Pepper,
Yes.
dinner.
I had steak and chicken off of the hibachi.
Oh, yeah. Was it good?
That was delicious. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
How do you get your steak?
Medium.
All right. Just like our fans' opinions of the show.
I'm sure they like you more than that.
Medium.
Yeah. Maybe medium well. All right. So,
We got to talk about wrestling. That's what we're here
this is
for.
a wrestling
Okay.
podcast.
So, anyways, there's a wrestling show on Access. Maybe you don't know. It's called Impact.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
They left a real impression. on me.
So Sami Callihan, as we know, is the Impact's world champion.
That is correct.
And we just found out today that Tessa Blanchard will be challenging him at, what's the name of that pay-per-view?
Hard fight,
No, Hard to Kill.
hard to kill. It's like a
Yeah.
I knew it was a Steven Seagal movie,
Because Impact's hard to kill.
Yeah.
Because many have tried.
and a few have succeeded.
That's right. So at the beginning of the episode this week, which, spoiler, I have the episode for next week too that hasn't even aired. We're going to go over that too. But
And
then
you
we
can
won't have
thank-
content for next week.
You can
Huh.
thank Timely Lady.
Yeah. Thanks for sending us back in time.
Forward in time.
That too. All right. So Willie Mack wrestled Moose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Willie Mack lost to Moose.
Duh.
Yeah. The match was okay. And I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about that. But then there was an Austin Ace promo.
I like him.
He's an interesting character. Apparently, he's trying to hook up with a married woman on there.
Is he on a
Like, is it Eddie Edwards' wife? Or
Does he think that he's on a different network?
this is more tastefully done than that shit. Well, it's a little bit more edgy. And then there was an scene with Taya Valkyrie and Madison Rain and Jordan Grace.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was blah.
Not a
No,
fan.
it was I'm not interested. Like, I want to watch wrestling. Like, get out there and do the matches. But then we had Michael Elgin versus Falaba.
I love that dude.
This is a
He
cool
may be my
fucking
favorite.
name.
He may be my favorite Impact wrestler.
Yeah, it was a good match. Michael Elgin got the win. And then Sami Callihan showed up to insult Tommy Dreamer while constantly drinking beer. I think that Sami Callahan's character is just to be gross trailer trash from Ohio.
I mean, they're OVE, right?
Yeah. He's the draw. He just keeps saying draw
Well, he is.
while chugging a beer.
He wants to be the new Jim Storm.
He's a douche.
Yeah, we established
Let's
that.
talk about Joey Ryan versus Ken Shamrock.
Oh, yeah? Did anything interesting happen on that?
Well, according to this website, Daily DDT, it's an A+++++ match.
So you're saying people really flipped over it?
Yeah, it's not really that A++++ of a match. It wasn't that great of a match, to be honest with you.
No.
Ken Shamrock looked like it was uncomfortable for him to move and run, which at his age it probably is. But he still looks good.
I saw someone on Reddit compare him to Al Bundy on steroids, and now I can't unsee it.
Oh, no. But Joey Ryan did get Ken Shamrock to grab his dick.
Yeah.
And he dick flipped him,
Yeah, okay. Like,
which made Ken Shamrock get out of my way, angry, and put Joey in an ankle lock, and that was real fast. Ding, ding, ding. It was over. He tapped.
but he did get to do his dick stuff. Like, that was the whole reason Jerry Ryan went to Impact over AEW.
Well, and I'm okay with that.
No, I love it.
I thought the match would be better because Joey Ryan's a really good wrestler.
Sometimes.
Dude, did you see that drop kick where he hit Shamrock right in his fucking face?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I feel like that was too...
Even Shamrock said, wow, after getting hit with... he got up right in his face.
Was it a botch?
I don't care. It was an impressive drop kick.
He's an athletic dude.
Then we had Taya Valkyrie versus Madison Rae, and Taya Valkyrie got the win. Still your Knockouts champion. It was okay. Like, this episode, it wasn't anything to write home about. It wasn't super exciting.
No, but it's a lead-in to the episode we're about to talk about, right?
Yeah, which you'll be able to watch Tuesday.
That's Tuesday, November, whatever day Tuesday is.
And then what we
12th?
have here.
It's 11, 12, 19.
Oh, Petey Williams versus Bhupinder Singh. I wish I knew for sure how to pronounce that, but that's what it's called. Petey Williams got the win. This match was all right. There was a 450 splash. Spot. It wasn't that great of a match. And then Sami Callihan came out and, talked about how he's a drunken champion. Not like Chris Jericho. Trailer trashy. And his group of miscreants.
Misfits.
Yeah. Although that Madman guy, he's pretty tough looking dude.
I'm not a huge fan of their stable.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like the Eric Young one better from a few years ago. Same kind of thing. I just felt like it plays off better.
Well, then we had Rich Swann come out with Tommy Dreamer, Tessa, and who was the other guy out there? I'm trying to find him. Oh, well, fuck it. He wasn't that important. Because he didn't score the win on this. Rich Swann did. And then it was kind of a spot fest, and I felt like we were just waiting for the moves to get done.
It's been happening a lot more in
I'm
professional
just not
wrestling.
a fan.
lately.
Like, Tessa is over. Sammy is a great heel. They have something here. You got to keep it cooking in a different way.
Well, it allows them to fight each other without either one of them having to take the hit.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, stop doing Spot Fest. Stop waiting for the move to happen. Stop, unmasking the fact that everything is what it is. Like, still try to make professional wrestling look like professional wrestling.
You want some chain wrestling.
Yeah, well, not necessarily just chain wrestling. Like, I want them to make me feel that it could still be real.
Yeah.
I've already seen behind the curtain. Let's pretend like I didn't.
It's kayfabe 2.0.
Yeah, well, it's not how wrestling should be done.
Okay, boomer.
All right, next week, if you want to watch Impact, here's what you can see. You can see Willie Mack beat Bobby Wayward in an explosion match. Explosion match.
Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense.
You can see Michael Elgin beat Brian Cage and Eddie Edwards in a 3-way.
What? No.
Why?
I just don't buy it.
Okay. Well, how about Falaba over Raj Singh?
I'm a fan.
Or Petey Williams beating Johnny Swinger?
Yeah. I don't,
Or ODB beating
taco truck?
Taya Valkyrie in a non-title match?
I don't like. This is gonna contradict a lot of things I'm probably gonna say later in this podcast. I don't like older wrestlers coming back and beating prime talent just for nostalgia factor.
Are you okay with Moose defeating AC Romero?
Yeah, I like Moose. Moose seems to me like the old school monsters from the 80s.
How about Ace Austin and Reno Scum defeating the Rascals?
I like the Rascals.
How about TJP and he can beat Daga? The Heist Hit Squad attack both men afterward. So just keep your eye out for that.
Who are the Hit Squad?
I don't know.
I like TJP.
I mean, I like TJP too. That's the only guy I know from this.
He got screwed over pretty hard in the WWE,
Mm-hmm.
so it's nice that he's getting a resurgence.
Well, are you all right with Rob Van Dam beating Rhino with Tommy Dreamer as a special referee?
I am super all right with that. See, I contradicted myself within 45 seconds of warning it.
Here's a good match for us both. Jordan Grace is going to beat Tennille Dashwood. I get to see Jordan Grace. You get to see Tennille Dashwood. That's a fair trade.
I missed the bubbles.
Really?
Yeah, I loved the weird gimmick that was Emma. It was just perfect for that character, for Tennille. Like, she was so clumsy and like she would clutch herself into wins. It was great.
Yeah, I mean,
For me, that character was...
That's just fucking up a good character. That happens all the time. Okay, then Tessa Blanchard can beat Madman Fulton by DQ.
That one I'll be interested in seeing.
All those matches or whatever. Then I get to watch our Trailer Park champion, Sami Callihan, defeat Ken Shamrock to retain the Impact World Championship.
It's weird that we're talking about Ken Shamrock in 2019.
I mean, he was an NWA champion. I'm pretty sure he was a TNA champion, or maybe it was at the same point in time when TNA had the NWA championship.
Yeah, that was 19 years ago. Or that was probably like 17 years ago.
Yeah, roughly.
But, I mean, it's just weird.
Yeah, it is what it is. Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Let's talk about AEW.
All right. So, there is a rather large pay-per-view that will have already happened by the time that this comes out.
Hey, we're going to watch it.
Yeah, we are going to watch it. So, next episode, we'll have a lot of full gear coverage.
We'll go over the card.
Yeah, we'll go over the card at the end of the show
Okay.
as our go-home.
I like it.
Okay, well, we had a go-home show. The first go-home show of Dynamite. and it was pretty awesome. Now, there were 2 great promos, or promo and vignette, but we'll talk about the matches first, and then we'll get into the 2 promos.
I like it.
Okay. So, show starts. They announce that SCU will be facing the Lucha Brothers at Full Gear, but then there will also be a 3rd tag team, so this will be a triple threat match.
Luchasaurus?
No, the winner of Private Party and Dark Order.
I hope Private Party wins.
They did win. However, as much as we've shit on Dark Order, the way they have turned Evil Uno, and like they kind of redesigned his costume, they redesigned the minions. Dark Order's winning me over. Stu Grayson is just like a freaking beast, and the way they've turned Evil Uno into the mastermind of the group, and given him the new outfit, his ring gear now fits the characters that they're trying to portray better. So I think Dark Order's starting to win me over.
But I like AEW Street Profits.
That's Private Party.
Yeah.
No, they won.
I know, but I'm saying I like them still.
And they were a group before the Street Profits, just so everyone knows.
They already had smoke.
Oh, God. We don't talk about that.
Oh, redacted.
So we had our second match was Pac versus Trent with Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor at ringside.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a great. I mean, Pac doesn't put on a bad match.
Ever.
Nope. Trent's awesome. He got some singles action, which I thought was great. The dude's big and he can work. Orange Cassidy got a spot where he tried to super kick Pac outside the ring.
Did he do it?
Yeah, he did. And then Pac just kind of laid him out. It was good.
So he no-sold the kick?
Yeah, he was kind of just like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's the king of the cruiserweights.
Next up, we had Pac giving a kind of a promo about how he's going to beat up Adam Page, and he doesn't give a shit about cowboy shit, which means I think everyone on the roster except for Chuck Taylor has now said shit on TV, which if you follow his Twitter, which I recommend you should, that's the one thing he wants to do before he retires.
Take a shit?
No, say shit on national television.
Oh.
That's his dream. That's his bucket list.
I mean, he has opportunity to do it.
No, they keep taking the mic from him every time he starts. It's a pretty
because they know he's going to say shit and be like, we've already hit our shit quota.
Next up, we had the Cody promo, so we'll wait on that. Because I want to talk about that at the end.
I want to talk about it.
Then we have Jamie Hayter and Emi Sakura in a tag match against Riho and Shayna, which, if you remember, Shayna debuted last week, I think, and Jamie Hayter debuted 2 weeks ago. Both of them did a really good job. Emi Sakura actually ended up getting the pin on Riho, and they have a match at Full Gear.
That's the one that does the Queen cosplay.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. She dresses up like Freddie Mercury. She actually trained a lot of the Joshi wrestlers that are here in AEW now.
Did she train Rio?
She trained Riho. She trained Hikaru Shida. She trained Yuka Sakazaki, who is part-time, but she'll be back in, I think, mid-December for a big run.
Okay.
Hayter looked good. Shayna looked really good. I think Shayna's got a lot of star potential. I haven't heard her on the mic yet. Then we have this weird Brandy Rose, Jekyll and Hyde voodoo thing. I don't know what they're doing with Awesome Kong and Brandy Rhodes.
Merging them.
Yeah, it's creepy, but I guess that's probably the point. Then we had a nice squash match where TPK, Brandon Cutler, fought the chairman, Sean Spears, with Tully Blanchard at ringside. It was over quick, and then he beat some dudes up beat him up with a chair. Tully really playing up the heel. Joey Janela did a run-in. Now they have a match at Full Gear.
Joey Janela and Sean Spears?
Yes, sir.
I love it. You can't have an AEW pay-per-view without Joey Janela.
No.
I love it.
And then, of course, it'll be a hardcore match. Then the main match was Kenny Omega and Hangman versus Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara.
I fucking hate Sammy Guevara.
I love the kid, man. He's so annoying.
Yeah,
Like
that's why I hate him.
He's like Eddie Guerrero. He reminds me a lot of Eddie Guerrero. Just the way he works.
He's like that step kid you want to send to military camp and never see.
You mean Ted Theodore Logan?
Yep.
No? Cool. Well, you had like the perfect chance.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
Nope, it's too late now. We're moving on.
Good job.
Okay, so
We'll add in your Christopher Walken impression later.
he has a Christopher Walken one.
I don't know why the fuck not.
Well, it was a mannequin. Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara ended up winning that. But the big thing from the night were the two promos for the world title match at Full Gear.
Oh, man. So the Jericho one was good.
The Jericho one was hilarious.
Because it was fun.
And we'll have links to that in our show notes. Because it's
we
episode
will
100.
have links in these show notes.
Because it is episode 100 and we're bringing them back, baby.
Yeah. They should have never went away.
Well, we're not really good at our job.
Well.
But the big thing and something cool about AEW is they are letting anyone who wants to play this promo play it. So we are going to play the promo now.
Okay. We are here in the great city of Charlotte, North Carolina. One of the great wrestling cities in the entire world, and also, I might add, the birthplace of Cody the American Nightmare. Cody, this Saturday at Full Gear, you and Chris Jericho for the AEW World title. But, and we talked about this, I know you have an announcement that's weighing heavy on you right now. Please tell us all what that announcement is.
I'm not surprised. We're not surprised. The arrival of Chris Jericho with the Inner Circle, it's been blunt. Or to use a more apropos term, it's been strategic. They have taken a scalpel to the elite. But it's a short victory lap, men, and here is why. We were already looking for you. We looked within our own club at one point. We have searched all over the world for a card that we could put our names on and match up with Matt and Nick Jackson, with Kenny Omega, with Hangman Adam Page, with myself, hell, with my brother. We were looking and you found us. On November 9th, this Saturday, I find myself on the marquee with our AEW World Champion, Chris Jericho. Tony and I have talked about it. He knows what I'm about to announce, but before I do, humor me, I'm going to go on a bit of a detour and rattle off a few names. Eddie Graham, Cowboy Bill Watts, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. All of them were titans in our business. They were the best bell to bell, and they were the best at the box office. And for those who saw them with their own eyes, those memories reverberate in their heart. It is a good feeling. It is positive. But for the cold and sterile historians of our business, there's an air of controversy that surrounds it. It's from the simple fact that those men were also, in addition to being competitors, they were management. Not unlike myself. And for the last year, I've told everybody, every podcast, every radio, every correspondent, I've shouted it off the rooftops how proud I am of AEW, how proud I am of the all-inclusive nature, of the schedule, of the pay, of the fact that we will listen. This is Ellis Island for a professional wrestler. This is freedom. When I hear the same criticism attached to my name for being management and being in a title match, I can't not hear it. And with that said, I am announcing that if I do not defeat Chris Jericho at Full Gear, I will never challenge for the AEW World Championship again. Chris Jericho, that is a very big if. It's not an encumbrance. It's not an albatross that is going to sit on your chest and weigh you down. It is going to vanish. You've taken to calling my lot entitled millennials. You've called me an entitled millennial bitch. I neglected to read in your best-selling book, A Lion's Tale, which you could get on Amazon for $3 or at any flea market. I neglected to read about the upbringing you had that was so hard. You talked about my silver spoon. Gosh, it must have been so difficult being the upper-class son of a famous hockey player. It is almost like we shared the exact same silver spoon, you stupid dick. You dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you. And you've surrounded yourself with impressionable youth. This isn't about my dad. This isn't about the dead. It's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to un-goddamn deniable. At full gear, I beat you. I become the world champion, and you fall back into your circle, your inner circle, and you let them know the ground should be rumbling between their feet because the elite are coming. And when the elite and the inner circle square off, it'll be a match beyond, and we are going to eat you alive.
Amazing passion. But what has this extremely talented young man done? The pressure he is now under is not just maybe win, he has to win. This is a must-win situation for Cody on Saturday night. Full Gear.
What's your take?
Which promo did we play?
God damn it.
I was waiting for you to say something, and then I was like, all right, he's talking about that one. Were we just pausing for the Jericho one?
No, we were pausing for the Cody Rhodes one.
Oh.
We can't play the Jericho one.
No,
They
we
only
can
gave
pause again. Hold on.
Okay.
So in addition to being competitors, they were management. Not unlike myself. And for the last year, I've told everybody, every podcast, every radio, every correspondent, I've shouted it off the rooftops how proud I am of AEW, how proud I am of the all-inclusive nature, of the schedule, of the pay, of the fact that we will listen. This is Ellis Island for a professional wrestler. This is freedom. So, when I hear the same criticism attached to my name for being management and being in a title match, I can't not hear it. And with that said, I am announcing that if I do not defeat... If I do not defeat Chris Jericho at Full Gear, I will never challenge for the AEW World Championship again. Chris Jericho, that is a very big if. It's not an encumbrance. It's not an albatross that is going to sit on your chest and weigh you down. It is going to vanish. You've taken to calling my lot entitled millennials. You've called me an entitled millennial bitch. I neglected to read in your best-selling book, A Lion's Tale, which you could get on Amazon for $3 or at any flea market. I neglected to read about the upbringing you had that was so hard. You talked about my silver spoon. Gosh, it must have been so difficult being the upper-class son of a famous hockey player. It is almost like we shared the exact same silver spoon, you stupid dick. You dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you. And you've surrounded yourself with impressionable youth. This isn't about my dad. This isn't about the dead. It's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to un-goddamn deniable. At full gear, I beat you. I become the world champion, and you fall back into your circle, your inner circle, and you let them know the ground should be rumbling between their feet because the elite are coming. And when the elite and the inner circle square off, it'll be a match beyond, and we are going to eat you alive.
That was a great promo.
So we can agree that those were both great.
It was heartfelt.
I was there.
It brought tears to my eyes.
It brought tears to my everything.
Nope, not talking about that. That's weird.
I'm talking about sweat.
Yeah, I know.
Pores.
You know what helps against sweat? Old Spice deodorant.
Yeah.
Which is, people that give us money.
Yep.
Sponsors.
Nope.
They do give us free deodorant, though.
Nope.
I recommend the Deep Sea
You
one.
stole that.
You don't have to pay if you're on the radio.
You guys are going to get us in trouble.
Raised on the radio.
Anyway, let's talk about
We're on the airwaves.
Nope.
Airwaves, microwaves,
Hosting
pod waves.
service. Pod waves. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
Go for it.
We're getting beamed in to your phone.
We're straight to your brain like a poisonous
They
mushroom.
chose to download us, which should be more exciting for you.
Pod bean.
Yes.
These beans don't give you gas.
But they do give you the energy to get up and go.
And buy a stick of deodorant
Yes. Old Spice.
while wearing your MeUndies.
So that's
Wrestling.
oldspice.com.
Wrestling with odors. They put a DDT on odors.
Yeah. They give BO a RKO.
They stun your pit stains.
You guys like talk about Sting or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes away the sting from sweat.
Yeah.
That's oldspice.com/NoDQ.
No, that's no /DQ.
Ooh, yeah.
Anyway, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrestling.
I mean, we'll go back and talk about it more.
I bet he wears deodorant.
Yeah. What kind do you think he wears?
Hmm.
I bet he's a degree guy
Secret.
because it's strong enough for a man,
The pH balance for a younger man.
for Cody Rhodes.
Man.
Yeah.
For like a dream.
Yeah.
Because he's the dream. He's the American dream's dream.
Yeah. He's like a dreamsicle.
I love dreamsicles.
Yeah. Like a
The
nice
orange
tangerine.
cone. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Weird.
We are so off the rails.
Yeah. I'm lost.
That's all right, though. It's Ramble and Rambles week.
Let's bring it back, okay?
All right.
If I do not defeat Chris Jericho at Full Gear, I will never challenge for the AEW World Championship again. Chris Jericho, that is a very big if. It's not an encumbrance. It's not an albatross that is going to sit on your chest and weigh you down. It is going to vanish. You've taken to calling my lot entitled millennials. You've called me an entitled millennial bitch. I neglected to read in your best-selling book, A Lion's Tale, which you could get on Amazon for $3 or at any flea market. I neglected to read about the upbringing you had that was so hard. You talked about my silver spoon. Gosh, it must have been so difficult being the upper-class son of a famous hockey player. It is almost like we shared the exact same silver spoon, you stupid dick. You dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you. And you've surrounded yourself with impressionable youth. This isn't about my dad. This isn't about the dead. It's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to ungoddamn deniable.
Man, that promo was good.
Yeah. And you can tell just because everything before this has been edited out.
Yeah. So let's talk about the promo. It was kind of like the Hard Times promo.
Yeah.
But, people are comparing it to that. The Hard Times
Just because that's
promo
who
was
his
way
dad is.
different. Hard Times promo was way different.
No, this was just like the promo of the year.
It was like a modern Times.
I guess in the sense that it's...
I just keep saying Times.
Yeah.
It was a good promo.
Yeah.
It got to the point. It made the seriousness of the match by saying, I'll never wrestle for the world championship if I can't beat Chris Jericho. So now I'm like, well, fuck, is he going to beat him? Because he almost has to.
Like, that's the thing. It's like, well, obviously, Cody's not going to beat Chris Jericho, so I don't really care about this. Haha, Chris Jericho's funny. And then this happens.
But everyone's thinking that because they're like, Chris Jericho's not going to lose the title. He just got it.
Right, but now this happens. And could he? This is good storytelling. This is how you build a match. This is what made me go, well, I mean, I was already going to watch Full Gear, so I can't really say that. But
I was going to watch it too because you're paying for it. So that's
right.
awesome.
Yeah. Thanks, Fat Pepper.
He loaned you the money?
I just assumed the studio was paying for it.
Oh, okay.
This promo made me want to see this match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me more now. Like, I was kind of like, eh.
I mean, it was going to be good because they're both great wrestlers. But I'm invested now. I'm invested like I'm invested
I'm more invested in the match now. The match I want to see is when they shut the lights off.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that one?
The unsanctioned match between Kenny Omega and John Moxley?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
All right. We're not going to talk about it.
Okay. We'll talk about it after we watch it.
Do you know who else doesn't want to talk about it?
Who?
JR.
Why doesn't JR want to talk about it?
I don't know, man. I'm going to give an unpopular opinion now.
Do we need to go into the other room?
No, I can do it here.
Okay.
Depends.
Gotcha.
No? Is that okay? So are they a sponsor?
No, they're not a sponsor, and put your pants back on.
Nope.
Wait, those are my pants.
Yep.
You're shitting in my pants.
Uh-huh.
Terrible.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Terrible.
All right, guys.
What? Keep that in, that he shit in my pants.
This match was so good I shit your pants. I don't like JR on commentary.
Because he's old?
Yeah, and he's shitting all over everything.
He's
it's
terrible.
full circle, baby.
Yeah. He's terrible.
He's incontinent.
Look, I love JR. I love listening to him on a podcast. I now realize why he's got to have somebody leading him like Conrad on a podcast.
Yep.
He's losing his fucking marbles.
Yeah, and
I'm just going to say it.
What match was that? It was in the Dark Order match. Stu Grayson hit his signature move, which was basically a rock bottom. I can't remember what it's called now. And JR Excalibur called the move what it is to Stu Grayson. And JR stopped everyone else from talking to say, well, that's just a rock bottom.
Yeah.
Every time somebody comes out, he has to shit all over their gimmick because it's like a WWE gimmick or it's like this wrestler's gimmick.
He's playing you, bro. He's a heel now.
I
Yeah.
made the OK Boomer joke once already, but like if that's the character they're going with, they're working me. Like they got me because I am genuinely finding him annoying. Like Excalibur and Tony's banter and back and forth is all I need.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like they just have JR for nostalgia.
I agree, but this nostalgia is wearing off on me.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like the fumbles during the women's matches that he does.
Yeah, you can tell that his opinions are not necessarily opinions of anyone else.
Like the manhandle stuff.
Yeah.
That shit was pretty terrible.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, well, I'm not complaining.
I know. I wonder if, like, they learned their lesson.
And they fired her?
No, they're, like, sending her back to whatever AEW developmental is.
NXT.
I would love
I
that.
mean, that's where they get half their wrestlers anyways.
That is not a true statement.
Yeah, it's like, I quit NXT. AEW's like, hey, how you doing?
No, okay. Name
Hey,
me,
boy, you need a job?
name me 4 people that have done that.
Luchasaurus.
There was, like, a 4-year gap.
Hold on. Kenny Omega.
Nope.
He was in their developmental program.
No, he was in talks to join their developmental program.
Bullshit. He was in a developmental program.
Not NXT.
And but he was in WWE developmental, yes or no?
Yes. Or so were the Young Bucks in like 2010.
There's 4. Thanks for the other 2.
But none of those were on
No,
NXT.
counts.
No, you said NXT.
4 and you named them.
You said NXT.
NXT developmental.
Yes.
OVW.
No. And
E.
technically,
OVEW.
it was Sammy Callahan.
Was he in NXT too?
No.
Yeah.
No, he was in CZW though.
You know what I like about Sammy Callahan?
The tobacco spit?
He has a bald spot on the back of his head that looks like Randy Savage's bald spot.
Yeah. That's why he wears a hat.
Yeah.
That's why Randy wore a hat, I guess, too.
Hmm.
I saw a picture of Macho Man from 2011, and he looked like a really old lion.
Really?
Yeah, he was at a Cardinals game. Spoiler, big Cardinals fan.
Because a lot of Lions like to watch the Cardinals play?
Yeah.
Okay.
So red's their favorite color.
I did not know that.
That's scientifically proven.
Oh, okay. Do you have any proof of this?
Yeah, science.
Okay. That's fair enough. Scientology.
No.
No. No. You say Scientology, it's like, edit. No.
Nope.
Okay.
That's Scientology.com/DQP does.
No.
Definitely not.
That got edited. All right, so Old Lion, Macho Man. This
No,
needs to be a cartoon.
Yeah. Like him and Kevin Nash is just like a couple of retired lions.
They're just like they're in the Chicago Zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a new lion shows up. His name's Phil.
Oh, I was gonna say Shooter. 'Cause he's a young lion.
Man, that's better. But it's got to be a cub.
Yeah.
This is
Like-
still wrestling related.
It's
I
like
just wanna point it
Moxley.
out.
Moxley's his trainer.
Let's talk about NWA.
You want to talk about NWA?
Yeah, let's talk about NWA.
Like, do you want to talk about NWA or do you want me to talk about NWA?
Obviously you.
Okay, so.
Because you got power.
With 7 R's. Okay,
3.
so big match of the night was Colt Cabana versus James Storm.
Did Colt Cabana win?
Colt Cabana is the new NWA North American champion.
I thought he was national.
Yeah, this is the nation. Yeah, he's the national champion.
Domination?
Yep. They're coming back.
By any means necessary.
You just like throw it out.
You just set me up.
So it was a good match. Ken Anderson, Mr. Anderson, was in Colt Cabana's corner. Nick Aldis with James Storm. And they are... It was a good match.
What? Who was in Storm's corner?
Well, okay, Aldis wasn't in his corner, but he was like at... It's not ringside, wherever...
He can't be in his corner because that would make no sense for what we seen earlier
He was...
on that show before.
He was clearly rooting for James Storm over Colt Cabana at whatever their version of the announce table was.
Well, I really want James Storm to get his shot at the NWA World's Champion.
I think that's where they're going. I really do think that's where they're going with it.
I'm glad Colt Cabana won, though. I like Colt Cabana.
The Dawsons won against two new guys, Jordan Kingsley and Matt Mims.
I don't want to wait
Thunder Rosa appeared.
for this match to be over. Sorry, man. The Dawson's Creek, man. Yeah, I like Katie Holmes.
I like Michelle Williams.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
I
I have an idea that I want to pitch to you towards the end of this episode.
Okay, I want to hear it when you're ready.
Okay, well, can I finish the...
Yeah, we got to finish it.
Power
We should probably
card.
stay on task.
Okay, Thunder
for a
Rosa.
change.
You seen her? Have you met her yet?
That's a Garth Brooks song, right? Thunder Rolls?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
She beat Ashley Vox, the grunge girl.
Okay.
Then we also had Ricky Starks beating Damian Sandow.
Skinny Rock.
Yes. Skinny Rock versus Fat Miz
Okay.
in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I don't know, Aaron Starks, which is his Damian Sandow's name now. He is not as good as I remember him being in the ring.
That's because the NXT wear off.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
And that is
Camera angles made him look better, apparently.
Oh God! Do you want to like? I've been hyping up Power, but let's talk about its downsides. Let's talk about what Power is lacking.
Fans?
No, they're there and they're fucking annoying. Too much audience participation.
Okay, I agree with that.
They need at least a second camera angle.
Yep.
Jim Cornette. I have the same problem with Jim Cornette as I do with JR, except the 12-year-old in me laughs at the shit Jim Cornette says.
Jim Cornette is genuinely funny.
Yes, he is also from a different era.
Laughing at JR is like laughing at somebody's grandpa.
Laughing at Jim Cornette is like laughing at somebody's racist uncle.
Oh, I thought it was like laughing at your grandpa.
Okay. So laughing at JR is like laughing at my grandpa.
Yeah,
Laughing at Jim Cornette is like laughing at your grandpa.
exactly.
All right. I will buy that.
Okay.
So just for everyone keeping score,
My
Scott-
grandpa was an asshole.
Scott Steiner is my uncle.
JR is your grandpa.
JR is my grandfather. Which makes me a 3rd generation wrestling mathematician.
That's great.
Because you see, like, normally you've got a 50-50 chance.
It's a good thing you wore your 10-gallon hat.
Yeah. And your 10-gallon shorts.
They weren't 10 gallons until you shit in them? Like, I don't know how to go with that.
I don't know either. Can we edit that out?
Wait, that was a fat joke.
No, it wasn't. It
Yeah,
was
it was
shit
a fat joke.
It was the amount of shit. That
Edit.
was the joke I was trying to make.
Pissed.
And welcome back.
All right, you marks.
Yep. We just start over again.
Huh?
We're just going
No?
back to the beginning. We made it really far this time. Okay, so do we want to talk about the thing we said we weren't going to talk about?
Oh, yeah. So 29 minutes ago, SmackDown started.
That's right.
And I'm going to tell you what happens so you don't have to waste your time in watching SmackDown. SmackDown's going to kick off with King Corbin demanding respect and mocking Roman Reigns' testicles and saying that they are shrunken into marbles. New Day will come out and cut a promo promising to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles, and Big E will say if they don't win, they won't be able to catch up with Charlotte Flair.
Huh.
Match 1 will be the New Day defeating the Revival to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
That's a shocker.
Imperium, I have no idea who the fuck that is,
That's, I don't know.
will attack Heavy Machinery as they are making their entrance.
That's bullshit.
They then brawl with some of the SmackDown roster. In match 2, Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura will defeat Ali and Shorty G.
Ali.
No, Ali.
Okay. Who's Shorty G?
Clark Gable.
Oh, yeah.
Sasha Banks will got the Snoop Dogg remix added to her theme song
They're
because
cousins,
that's the only
right?
reason that she's popular. Shout out to Snoop Dogg.
Oof,
Shout
oof.
out not to Sasha Banks, who will defeat Nikki Cross.
I'm not saying anything about that.
Yeah. After the match, Shayna Baszler.
Who's Shayna Baszler?
I don't know, it got cut off. Oh, will attack Sasha and Bayley.
Seagulls!
Stop it now. Let's start over.
Okay. So, what's up, you marks?
No, fucker.
Okay, that's your line. Sorry.
No, yeah. What's up, your marks? After Sasha Banks defeats Nikki Cross, Shayna Baszler attacked Sasha and Bayley.
Wait, why?
Why?
Where did Bailey come from in that story?
She was picking up her kids from soccer practice.
Aw, Karen.
Yeah. Anyways, match 4, Carmella and Dana Brooke will defeat Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville to qualify for the SmackDown Women's Survivor Series team. In match 5, Baron Corbin defeats Roman Reigns with some help from Dolph Lundgren and Bobbert Roode. Dolph Ziggler. I just made fun of it.
Okay. I thought it was actually Dolph Lundgren.
And then Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman will form a new tag team. It'll be called Braun's Fury.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard.
Well, I made the name up, but they are really forming a tag team.
They just fought.
Well, in match 6, Braun Strowman and Tyson Fury are going to defeat the B team in the main event.
The B team are still around?
I guess.
And they got to be in the main event?
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen on SmackDown. It's 33 minutes in, according to my clock here. Good thing they were across the pond filming it.
That's what happens when there's a time zone difference.
So if you didn't watch it, we really hope you didn't because it's a garbage-ass show. You can listen
And
to it on this
network.
podcast, and we'll
Federation.
give you that little tidbit right there. But most of the time, fuck WWE.
Yep. And for all of you counting, that was 16 snores during that.
Yeah, thanks, Shane.
So, do you want to, send it home?
I mean, people are tired, so they
Yeah,
probably
we were
should
up
go home, I
Too
guess.
late.
I mean, you had an idea, though.
I did have an idea.
I'd like to hear it. Oh, we can't quit now, either. We have possible Justice Crushing Cold Case files to talk about.
Oh, shit. How much time are we in?
It doesn't matter because 35% of this is actually usable.
That's a good point.
It's a higher number than that. You're at 45 minutes.
Okay, we got time. Okay, guys.
Tell me about your idea first.
I feel like we have a new platform, which we talked about a little bit at the start of the show.
Mhm.
feel like you and I should.
Take a nap because I'm really getting tired because
Yeah, it's contagious.
he's sawing logs in there.
That's why I'm not sharing a room with him. Just
Fair
for
enough.
future reference.
Fair enough.
When he was like, you and Nathan can share a room, Shane and I will share a room, I was like,
I don't know how else it's
Sold.
going to get any sleep.
it doesn't matter.
I don't think Doug nor I are gonna get any sleep because Shane's not the only one that snores.
I don't snore that loud.
No one snores as loud as Shane.
I don't. I
can't
snore
wait till
loud.
you wake me up at 2 a.m. and you're like, so like, can we just make Shane and Nathan room together?
Do I snore that loud?
I can hear you down the stairs sometimes.
I'm sorry. I should probably share the room with Shane.
I can edit all this.
Nope, let's stay zen.
You're not the one that gets to make that decision. The editor does.
Oh, sorry.
Whatever
Unedit.
you want to do, Barry.
Shout out to Barry.
If he even edits this podcast.
He won't. Nobody knows who we are. All right, are you ready to do some Justice Crushers?
Yes.
We need to do something to salvage this episode.
Well, I just want to point out that it's not all us. Like, if somebody wasn't snoring
Yeah. And if
like
somebody
a
wasn't,
fucking
if
wildebeest,
somebody wasn't whacked out of his mind on pain pills.
I haven't taken any pain pills.
Neither have I.
Either.
Oh.
He's taking muscle relaxers.
Oh, sorry.
There's a difference.
Somebody wasn't whacked out of their mind on Tylenol PM.
And you're back.
All right, you ready for some justice? Remember how we were like gonna make this an easy edit?
Nope.
All right. I want to talk about some crazy shit.
All right.
I want to give you a news story
Okay.
from Alberta, Canada.
So it was written on maple leaves.
Racist.
They're Canadians. It's fine.
Nationalist?
Well, this is about the Cree
I
Nation.
mean, I'm a goddamn American, okay?
Okay, so nearly 3 years ago,
I'm proud to be an American.
nearly 3 years ago,
Or at least I know I'm free.
nearly 3 years ago,
And I won't forget the men who died,
nearly 3 years ago.
who gave that right to me.
Are you singing with him?
No.
He totally was.
Fuck both of you. I expect this shit from him.
Look, if you go long enough, I'm just going to fuck off with you.
And that's the secret behind an award-winning podcast that's never won a fucking award. Nor will it.
And that's why we get to episode 100.
Yes, sir.
Another
Took 100 episodes to finally break PPR.
Another episode that will never air. All right.
He's going to end up giving this episode away to Shane,
Fucking shame.
who's trolling us right now.
Yeah, he's like a trolling motor. That's for damn sure. And that's 2 seagulls. I promised you guys 3 seagulls.
my God.
It hurts.
Okay. Back to action here. You want to hear some crazy shit?
I bet it happened in Canada.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Nearly 3 years ago, Samantha Louise Michelle Fiddler.
That's a big fucking name.
Yeah, well, that's how the Canadians roll, baby. It's colder up there. They need more names. She walked out of the Team Vision Dojo for the last time, and no one has seen her since. The Canadian mother of 3 went to the Orlando area wrestling gym to train to become a professional wrestler. On November 19th, about a week from now, 2016, 3 years ago, she disappeared. At the time, she was the girlfriend of Teddy Hart.
He's got a lot of cats.
Yeah, he's got a lot of something. And a post on the Last Word on the Professional Wrestling Facebook group posted on Sunday brought the missing persons case up again, which appears to be considered an endangered case, which means they fear it won't be solved.
Okay.
which it's an endangered case is something that's on its way to becoming a cold case.
Okay. So right now, this case is still under the heat lamps, becoming lukewarm.
Yeah, but it's nearing the end of its time limit on the heat lamp,
Okay.
which is why we're bringing it up. Team Vision Dojo is run by a man named Chasen Rance, and if that name sounds familiar to you, it's because he is the wrestler who bought a bunch of drugs and alcohol and had sex with a bunch of underage girls.
Well, this guy sounds like a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was arrested and convicted, although he only had to serve 1 year of probation for it.
Because Canada law is very...
No, this is in Florida.
Oh.
This is in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, this sounds like an American thing. Unfortunately, our justice system sucks.
So he served out his probation sentence, and he has a gym in Tampa, Florida. But he was arrested this Saturday for a DUI with an underage girl in his car again.
Shoot him.
And his wrestling dojo has been used for pornographic videos. And the genre of pornographic videos they produce are called chloroform porn, which...
That's a thing?
I didn't know that before starting to research this.
Okay.
But apparently it's exactly what it sounds like. I don't know how to say this without getting in trouble with the censors.
Huh. PPR researched this.
So
Please don't research this.
That's
terrible.
Yeah, one of the male stars of his videos was a man by the name of Teddy Trouble, who you may know also as Teddy Hart.
Teddy Hart did porn?
Does. Not did. Does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So the reason that this endangered case is starting to come up is because Chasen Rance just got caught with a DUI with another underage girl after being convicted of statutory rape. And I don't remember what the exact term was, but contributing to the delinquency of a minor. And that has brought people bringing up this cold case, and I have a message here, the Facebook message I have that was posted on the Last Word on Pro Wrestling Facebook group that was posted about a week ago.
Okay.
This is from her family. So I'm going to read that, and this is verbatim what the post says.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and fill us in on this.
Members of the Cree tribe are asking for international wrestling and Central Florida communities for tips on the 2016 disappearance of Samantha Louise Michelle Fiddler with a date of birth of May, one of them will start with him, May 12th, 1987. Please share this post. She's a Canadian wrestler and model who was living and training in Orlando, Florida. She disappeared in Florida on November 19th, 2016. Her wrestling modeling names are Samantha Steele and Lucy Morningstar. And just as a personal aside, the modeling is in quotations, so we know what that means, right?
We do?
Yeah. PPR.
I don't think he knows either. What does that mean?
I don't
Oh,
know.
she was also in the videos.
So modeling in quotations means porn star?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Her Canadian family and members of the Cree tribe have not heard from her in nearly 3 years, and they hope she's still alive. Before she disappeared, she spoke to her Canadian family and friends daily. She has 3 young children in Canada who miss her. She was training in Orlando at Chasen Rance's gym, Team Vision Dojo, and Alex Porto's gym, Pro Wrestling 2.0. Team Vision Dojo is also known as I Believe in Wrestling. Samantha was the girlfriend of Canadian wrestler Edward Ellsworth Ennis, a.k.a. Teddy Hart, a.k.a. Teddy Trouble. And this kind of goes into his background. Due to the unusually high secrecy of the Florida wrestling industry and the aliases used daily by many in it, it is unclear if Fiddler was aware of the alleged past crimes of some of the local trainers and wrestlers. Warnings about them are quickly censored on the Florida wrestling social media groups, so this post will likely be censored by them too. New trainees at these gyms, some of them children, are often uninformed of the following allegations when they or their parents each pay non-refundable $3,500 tuition. Chase and Jordan Rance and Russell Rowe are registered sex felons. Jason Rance has convicted child, animal, and sex abusers in his family who are alleged to visit the gym and gatherings, including his brother, Ashton Michael Ranch, and his maternal grandmother, Joan Walters' second husband. Name not given. John Edward Dalton, Stephen Dion James Jr., and Edwards Ellsworth Ennis have been arrested multiple times in the United States and Canada on unrelated charges of domestic violence against women. Former WWE wrestler Alex Stacey Porteau has unrelated battery and illegal drug convictions. Video producer Carlos Manuel Lebron has been arrested on unrelated grand theft and illegal drug trafficking charges. It has been alleged that Chase and Ranch uses his gym and his BMZ partnership and his Waterford Trails home to produce unlicensed, sadistic, chloroform pornographic videos for private overseas customers under his alleged porn aliases Chase Sin and John Michaels. Annis is also appears in the videos as Teddy Trouble. This post does not allege or suggest that any of the persons or gyms named in the photos are connected to Fiddler's disappearance. If you have a tip, please call the Central Florida Crime Stoppers at 1-800-423-TIPS. That's 1-800-423-TIPS. Or Bartow Police Department Detective Cody Vaughn at 863-534-5034. That is 863-534-5034. You can remain anonymous. Please share this post. So I saw this.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are those international phone numbers?
Yes.
Okay.
So I saw this post and I was exactly what you said was exactly what I said. What the fuck? So I looked it up a little bit more. Teddy Hart was charged with sexual assault, unlawful confinement, and sexual assault against two women in Sherwood Park in Edmonton, Canada in 2013 and 2014. The charges were withdrawn at the start of a preliminary hearing on May 26th. A spokeswoman with Alberta Justice says the Crown determined after review that the case did not meet the criteria to proceed. Not that they didn't think that he did it, that they didn't have enough evidence to prove that he did.
Okay.
He then left Canada the day the charges were withdrawn and has not been back since. But this post that I've read was in 2016, so that could have changed by now. And then also Teddy Hart released a Twitter post yesterday that I have, and we'll read now, if that's okay. Okay. Never mind.
No, I don't know what you're doing. Because I have a statement from Teddy Hart over all this.
Yeah, I was getting ready to read that.
Oh, I was going to read it.
Okay, you read it.
All right, so 2 days ago on Twitter, Teddy Hart said, I want to address some things that have been said about me in the last few days, and please read if you have a moment. First and most importantly, in regards to Samantha Fiddler and her disappearance, Samantha and I had both a personal, I bet brief, and professional relationship, which began when I first met her in Edmonton. She wanted to become a professional wrestler, and I did my best to train her before she decided to pursue other interests. Samantha was a good-hearted person and someone I cared for. She also had a lot of things going on in her life and issues with which she was dealing with that extended beyond our relationship. By the time she moved to Florida, our relationship had ended and I had moved to Texas. I was not in regular communication with her, and I do not know what happened to her. I hope for the sake of her family and her kids that she is somewhere out there and that she is okay. Teddy Hart went on, in regards to Chase and Rants. I don't like that name. I have known Chasen for many years and, like others, have crossed paths with him several times over the course of my career. I do not now, nor do I plan in the future to have any sort of personal or professional relationship with Chasen, nor do I support him in regards to the crimes for which he has been convicted. I have participated in several custom video shoots, as do many other well-known independent wrestlers, but I have never participated in any shoots that are illegal, obscene, or beyond the traditional scope of these videos. I have made many mistakes in my life, and I am sure I will make more in the future. Unfortunately, I cannot change the past. I have paid my debt to society, including jail time, which is in parentheses, and I will have to live with the consequences of my actions of the rest of my life and all the judgments that come with it. All I can do now is focus on being the best person I can be, both in and out of wrestling, and will continue to put my faith in God that everything will work out for the best. I wake up every day grateful to have overwhelming support of my family, friends, and fans all over the world that believe in me and want to see me succeed. I will continue to work hard to make them proud and live up to their expectations. Thank you for reading, Teddy.
Okay, here's the thing. That's all bullshit. I am showing a picture to Nathan right now of Teddy Hart standing next to Chase and Rants at the Team Vision Dojo.
Okay.
That was posted yesterday.
Yesterday? Well, that doesn't make any sense because 2 days ago he posted all this stuff.
Right. So, Teddy Hart, full of shit.
This makes me question a lot about MLW and why they've done nothing to Teddy Hart. He's not that great of a wrestler.
Yeah. And, well, I mean, MLW is also the same venue that couldn't pay the $2,000 when Sammy Callahan trashed the gym. So maybe they just can't afford to.
I guess.
Not that it's okay. I don't think it's okay at all.
Unfortunately, Brian Pillman's a part of that Hart Foundation that Teddy Hart's in. Yeah,
and
friend
Brian
of the
Pillman,
show.
who was a friend of the show, yeah. I hope that he's not going to get dragged down by this.
Nah, he's flying. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm
good
trying to
shit.
make some humor in this because this is not a funny situation for any of this.
No. So, again, we are not going to allege or accuse anyone of anything because we don't have all the evidence. But it's very clear, to me at least, that Teddy Hart is false in his claims.
We don't know when that picture was taken, though.
He posted it to his Instagram.
Yeah. I can't back that up. I don't know what's on his mind.
He's a liar.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's talk about another piece of shit.
PBR?
Whoa.
Edit.
Damn.
I really didn't have anything there.
No, you want to end this like on a positive note?
This Saturday, Full Gear will be on, which is AEW's pay-per-view. And if you come by the studio, Doug will pay for it to watch the Full Gear.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have...
If you want to watch Full Gear with us, tweet us.
Yeah, just hit us up on Twitter at Woodscale1.
Joke's on you. This podcast will probably go up on Sunday.
So, if you want to come over and watch it with us, have already tweeted us before you hear this.
And drink a timely lady.
Timely lady. I had like a really terrible catchphrase there, but I'm not going to do it because of the last story. Let's do the match card for Full Gear.
All right.
We have one match on the buy-in this time.
Well, I thought we had one match. I was like, well, that'll be a short pay-per-view.
Pretty good. 6-hour time limit. And those Cody
7 out of 9 falls.
Cody and Jericho still got a time.
Oh, God.
We have Britt Baker versus Brie Priestley. That's the buy-in match. For free on the YouTubes, on the Fight app. I think Bleacher Report is carrying this one. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah.
Okay, then we've got Proud and Powerful versus the Young Bucks, which is Ortiz and Santana. XLAX.
Give me the Young
X-Lax.
Bucks.
That should be their fucking tag team name.
Because they're the shit.
Yeah, it's like XLAX. X-Lax.
I want the Young Bucks to win.
I want Ortiz and Santana to win. Okay, we have the three-way tag team match for the titles that I talked about with the Lucha Brothers, the SCU, and Private Party.
SCU.
Yeah, I agree. Scorpio Sky is over. The only reason I would want them to lose would be for a serious Scorpio Sky singles push.
No. They just won the titles. Jesus Christ.
I know.
Let them have them for a little bit.
We have Riho versus Emi Sakura for the AEW Women's Championship.
Rio's going to win.
I don't know. Emi pinned her this week. So it can be done. We have Hangman versus Pac.
I think Pac's going to win. I want Hangman to win because he needs some wins.
I feel like Hangman needs the win.
God, man, Pac's like on a roll right now.
But I think Pac can lose and be okay. I think if you keep having Hangman lose, he's not.
Yeah. It kind of discredits Jericho for Jericho beating him for the title. So,
Yeah. We've got the Cody versus Jericho heavyweight title match.
Yeah.
That is the main event,
Yeah.
which should be some good shit.
Good shit.
And then after that, we have the lights out unsanctioned match of Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega.
Spoiler. Cody Rhodes becomes AEW champion. Jon Moxley beats the shit out of Kenny Omega.
And then he beats the shit out of Cody with Kenny Omega.
Exactly.
I'm hoping that
Jon Moxley walks out AEW champion.
because he has the Money in the Bank briefcase from 2015 still.
Yeah. Carries his lunch in it.
I would love that so much.
I know you would.
Okay. Anyway, so that's the card. They've listened to fans talking about links to their pay-per-views and links to the matches. So they're going down to 3.5 hours for pay-per-view instead of 4, which I think is nice.
Okay.
And then the buy-in is only a half hour long now. So
That's good because I hate waiting.
it'll be 4 hours total instead of 5. Which I think is good.
Well, I mean, it's better than waiting all day to watch WrestleMania.
Or watching WrestleMania all day and
That too.
night and the next day.
Next day because you fell asleep.
Yeah. Shane. So that is the card for Full Gear. I am super excited about it. Like we said, we're going to watch it. We'll probably talk about it on next week's episode.
Do we have anything else we need to cover?
We're going to start doing some Patreon content.
Yeah, we're going to do some Patreon content. Doug and myself,
That's me and Nathan.
Big Smooth and Squirrely D.
Yep, that's Big D and Squirrely Smooth.
That is Smooth Squirrel.
That's a
our-
good name.
I think it's going to be our name.
That should be our name.
Yeah, with a
Big old D on it.
on his hat,
Yeah, cowboy hat.
cowboy hat. So we're gonna do our own movie review
Yeah.
podcast, which will only be on Patreon, which you can get for $1.
So
And we're going to cover stuff. It's going to be DQP shoulda does.
Yep.
because we're going to do the movies that should have been doesed.
Yep. I'm going
Oh.
to tell you right now,
Go ahead.
we're not doing Blade Runner.
No. Fuck no, I'm not watching that again.
So if you have suggestions, ideas, what have yous about movies you think TQP should have does, let us know.
We're going to do them.
We are going to do them, and we're going to do them every month.
Yeah. We're going to take 3 movies. That's right, 3. We're going to combine them together into a mixture to make a podcast.
That's right.
We're going to pour the batter in some molds and bake it into a beautiful podcast cake.
Pod cake.
You can only get it on Podcakereon.
Yes. That's podcakereon.com/
No, it's just on Patreon. I saved him from having to say
You
anything.
can't do it now.
Eh.
And again, that's MeUndies.
Fruit of the Loon.
No.
We're also going to do some watch-alongs.
That's right. Which I don't know what tier all this stuff's going to fall under.
Do you know, Pepper?
Watch-alongs will be under Tier 3. And
Which
DQP
is
Should Have Does will be under Tier 2.
Oh.
And you can get our vaulted content at Tier 1.
And that costs $1.
That costs
So-
$1.
we have 4 tiers. We have the copper nickel, which is the first tier, which is $1 a month. And we have the silver spoon, which is $5 a month. It's our second tier. Our third tier is the diamond pickaxe, which is, of course, $10 a month. And then if you want to do...
That's where you get to play Minecraft with Barry.
Yeah, Editor Barry has his own Minecraft server. You guys join in,
Yeah.
and you guys get to build a world together.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And then, of course, the fourth tier,
He'll let you
being
play with his
Drafty
slime
Quarters,
balls.
is $25 a month, and that is the whole damn show, I believe.
Yeah. The whole fucking realm.
Yep.
Really close, but not at all.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention in our company meetings, man.
And if you subscribe now, I have a special recording of Shane snoring. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, we also have a Discord server that you get at a certain content.
That's
Place.
the whole damn barrel.
Okay? You get the whole server. It's
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
We don't use it. We all... I'm sorry.
I wish that was a joke.
I'm butchering this entire Patreon promo, aren't I?
God damn it, Doug.
Anyway, it's a really good deal, and you're going to get new content weekly. You're going to get bonus content monthly, and you get to support your favorite podcast and all of the Hanger On podcasts.
Yeah. So you're supporting us. You're also supporting the, the
dad-
stepping stones.
the Dadcasts, the Drafty Dames, the DQP regular does. They're like the feeder fish on our tiger shark of awesomeness.
Tiger shark.
Roar. I don't think a shark makes that noise, but
Bubbles.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we made it to 100, so I think that's a wrap on
That's
every
right.
podcast right there. No. If you like the company and you want to follow us on Twitter, you can find us at DraftyQ. You can also find the Crimson Ring Pod at Crimson Ring Pod, as well as follow me at Big Smooth with an ED on the end.
Stole my joke.
I know. And you can also follow Doug at Woodscale1 on the Twitter. You can also catch us on YouTube, Drafty Quarters Podcast Network. All you got to do is type it in. And if you Google it, you're still going to get that fucking link.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or just type in Crimson Ring. We show up.
Yeah, we're there. On Facebook, you can follow Drafty Quarters Productions. We already told you about the Patreon. And if you want to email the show and ask us questions, you can just do that at draftyq@gmail.com.
And if you want to call Shane,
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
I can never do anything.
I know, but here's the thing, guys. Thank you for this past year. It's been great. It's been a blast. And we hope to see you for many more.
Yeah.
And the way we do that is with 5-star reviews on whatever device you're listening to. Google Play, Apple, the other ones that aren't those two. Looking for actual things right now. That's cool. And that's the third laugh, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You've been great. Have a good night.
I mean, I wasn't done yet.
Oh,
but that's
sorry.
fine.
Just forget everything I just said.
God.
Did you just turn this podcast into Return of the King with 7 endings?
Oh, God darn it. Cool.
I had more, and I fucking forgot it. So
I'm
that's
sorry.
awesome.
I apologize.
It was
Just,
great.
You want to go
though.
back?
No, it was good.
Okay.
It was good.
You want a cheesy ending?
I did.
You don't now?
Nope.
Okay, just regular old Plumbus ending then, please.
Today on How They Do It, plumbuses. Everyone has a plumbus in their home. First, they take the dingle bop.
What
and
are
they
you
smooth
doing? Quit that. Put the regular ending in.
This was the Crimson Ring on the DQP Podcast Network. And in the meantime, folks, remember, if you want the crowd to pop, just get some color.
Holy shit. Shane! Is he still asleep?
Shane. The fucker's mocking our podcast.
This one's been a bit of a train wreck, but come on.
How far do the cords reach? Shane, what do you think?
He's still asleep?
Uh-huh.
He just slept the rest yellow for him?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Anyway, if you hear anything in the background, that's just road construction.
Instead of a laugh track, you guys get a snore track.
So, nearly 3 years ago, Samantha Louise Michelle Fiddler walked out on the Team
Who?
Vision. God damn it!
I literally, you have to say that name again. I wasn't fucking with you. I didn't understand what you said.
We are never gonna finish this podcast.
It's a joke. You're actually in hell. This is the podcast that lasts forever.
This is the podcast version of The Good Place.
I'm just kidding. I'm Ashton. You're unpunked.
Oh,
That's a Daniel Tosh joke.
No, it's not. Nope, you were sleeping. Are we good? Is he awake now?
I don't think he realizes how fucking hilarious he was, though. This shit was gold.